Hi guys, so I've allowed this to dry completely and I'm quite a lot happier with it now than I was when I first started because there was just so much going on. So this is part 2 of What a Mess because it really was a mess. So what I'm going to do now is I think I am going to just kind of make some marks here. So I want to kind of outline this circle, which is going to be like an abstract moon. And just kind of make some dots here. Just give it some interest and some zing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline some of the figures here. And this way it keeps the eye moving. So when I look at that, I'm going to be drawn to other pieces of the page that have the same marks, the same color. So I'm just going to not outline everything, but just kind of keep the eye moving a little bit. And then what I want to do is I'm going to start drawing in the features of the face. And I don't know if I want the face, like I don't know if I want every face to have features or if I want just a couple of them to have facial features and just leave the other ones blank. I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to start with the two largest faces and just kind of so I want it to be a little bit loose. I don't want it to be super like tight. So I haven't been having a lot of luck with some of my markers lately, like my white jelly roll pen has not been working very well. It's been really temperamental. And the problem is I'll buy them and they'll work for a minute and then they won't work. It's really strange. And then they'll start working again. So I'm just going to make some definition here. And like I said, I just want it to be kind of like a bit loose. And as you can see, the face for this figure is not proportionate. Like her shoulders and the width of her body is like way too big for the size of her face. And that's totally fine because I'm not really going for proportion or anything. So I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm just gonna leave it alone. And this bit of pink and green over there, I'm gonna just leave that as well. I'm not gonna mess with it and cover it up. So what I am going to do next is I am going to fill in her lips. And like I said, I don't want it to be too tight. So I'm just gonna leave it kind of loose like that. And I'm gonna take a small paintbrush here, and I want to make some marks around this sun. When you have figures, the figures always draw so much attention just because they by virtue of being human, they have eyes and we recognize them, we see ourselves in them, that we are naturally as humans drawn to other humans, even on the page. So they do take up a lot of the attention. So I have to work extra hard to even bring some attention to the other elements of this page. So I'm just gonna put some dots around here just to kind of bring some attention to it and embellish it a little bit. And I'm not gonna do a whole lot to this page. Like, I'm not gonna overwork it and you know, just kind of fiddle around with it a lot. I'm simply going to make a few marks here, and I might come back later and decide to you know, draw facial features on the other two figures. I'm not sure. And this is what I mean about my jelly roll pen being temperamental. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's really frustrating, but I haven't had any luck. So if anybody has a recommendation for a really good white gel pen, please leave it in the comments because I would so appreciate it. Okay, there, it's working now a little bit. So like I said, I might come in later and just add some facial features over there, but the way it is right now, I'm totally fine with it being, you know, the way it is. So I think I'm gonna call this done for now. But the main purpose of this video tutorial was to show you how when something is really, really messy and just all over the place like scrambled eggs, there are a few things you can do that are simple things, and you can just immediately tone everything down and pull it together. And what I did for this page was I unified the background. I used a neutral color and I made the background one color field. So I didn't separate it into a, you know, a top part and a bottom part. I simply made the whole thing just one unified color field. So that really toned everything down immediately. So anyways, if you've watched all the way to the end and if you've watched part 1 as well, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.